Have you ever struggled to use multiple API endpoints together? It's like preparing a meal with all the ingredients but no instructions. That's why we built Recipes. APIMatic Recipes provide a step-by-step API workflow that guides developers with interactive code samples through a series of API calls to solve their use cases. We often put off creating this type of documentation because it's time-consuming and challenging to maintain as your API changes. APIMatic solves this by generating code samples using your OpenAPI definition. Recipes make integrations straightforward and accelerate API adoption while reducing reliance on support channels. Let's see how Maxio is using APIMatic Recipes. The recipe Maxio built helps developers manage a product catalog. Developers learn how products, components, and coupons all depend on being associated with a product family, while offers must be related to a specific product. Developers start by selecting a language. When designing the flow of a recipe, you can add narrative content in the form of text, images, and videos written in Markdown. Maxio has written an introduction to this recipe by identifying prerequisites and additional resources. You can define endpoints from your OpenAPI specification, and APIMatic will render the documentation and code samples for developers to view, copy, and execute as an API call. The results from each API call persists and are available in subsequent steps. Maxio starts by creating a new product family, as that's required to create additional objects. In step 1, I can expand the product family and give it a new name. Notice the code in the third panel updates in real time. Clicking the Try It Out button makes a live API call, and we get a 201 status code, as well as a new product family object has been created and returned. I mentioned that data persists across your recipe, so when I click the Next button, notice that the product family ID is now populated. I'm going to change the product name and click Try It Out. You see a new product object is returned. Now I can repeat these steps to create a metered component and a coupon. Both will be associated with my new product family. And lastly, an offer can be created and associated with the product I created in step 2. As developers move through the recipe, they can copy and paste these code samples into their project to build their integration. Leading companies like Verizon and PostNL already use recipes to improve their developer experience. Recipes are defined using a little bit of JavaScript and reference the endpoints in your API definition. In the future, we will support OpenAPI Erazo workflows, making the creation and maintenance of recipes even easier. Ready to simplify API integrations for your developers? Sign up for a free trial at APIMatic using the link in the description.